Going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is about 10 o'clock at night. About to head off to bed, but just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a minute about a huge lesson that I am learning. And honestly, I didn't prepare a script or anything for this. That's kind of a half truth. I do got some notes here of some talking points that I wanted to get across, but pretty much didn't prepare to film a video today, which is the point of this, because I started filming YouTube videos about 7-8 years ago, and pretty much immediately fell in love with it. Fell in love with the whole process, filming, writing, editing, like the whole thing, right? And knew instantly, like creative work, like this was going to be an outlet for my creativity. I knew that. But over the years, I have just never been able to really build true momentum with it. I've never really been able to stay consistent with it, and I just haven't really experienced the growth that I would have liked to have seen. And I don't mean growth like in terms of like subscribers or like money or anything. I like nothing like that. I mean like more personal growth. I still feel like that same sort of shy kid that I was 7 years ago. And I've been trying to kind of figure out, like, what is it? Like, why haven't I been able to really stay consistent with this and grow, internally, like as a creative person? Why haven't I been able to grow from this? And it's kind of dawned on me, like, in just recently that, what it comes down to is that I really haven't been willing to take the journey that is necessary for me to grow in this area. And what I mean by that is, I've been going back and looking at some other creators that I really admire. Casey Neistat being one of them. There's a channel called Captain Sinbad that I really like. And, all those guys, no matter who it is, Matt D'Avella, another one, tons of creators that I admire on this platform. And the thing about them is that they all pretty much started out from zero. And that's like an obvious thing. Like, no matter what area you're looking to grow in or what you're trying to build, anything really, if you're trying to get better at a sport, if you set your mind on a goal, you're going to start from zero. And from there, a journey kind of unfolds before you. You know what I mean? Like, I've said it in a past video, but like, when you set your sights on a goal, the journey will reveal itself. Okay? So when you take that first step, whether it's building a business or trying to get better at a sport or, losing 20 pounds or like, dating, like if you want to start a family or something, whatever your goal is, if you just take the first step, step 2 will reveal itself to you. Okay? And then step 3 will reveal itself after you take step 2, and so on and so forth. But you got to take the steps. You can't skip steps in life. And that's really the lesson that I'm learning. You cannot skip steps. You have to humble yourself before the process and be willing to take the journey to become the person that you are trying to be, to become that thing, right? If you want to be a great golfer, you have to humble yourself from ground zero and take the process necessary to become a great golfer or a business leader an entrepreneur, whatever. And I haven't been willing to do that, you know. I took the first step, you know, uploaded my first video. But I haven't been able to take steps 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And I know I've uploaded several. I've got several videos on this channel, but you know, man, after like 8 years, 7, I think it's like 7, 8 years, I got like, what, 20 videos on this channel? Like, man, that's nothing, you know, that's nothing. If I was really consistent, like over that period of time, like I'd be like the biggest YouTuber in the world right now, right? Like if I would have started and stayed consistent, not really, but like I would be a lot further along than I am right now. And again, I'm not measuring my success purely on subscribers, views, any of that stuff. Like it'll come and go, right? Like it's not as valuable to me as like truly adding value to other people. Like what impresses me about like a guy like Neistat or Matt D'Avella, all these other creators, that they truly bring like real, authentic, genuine value to people. But they didn't start out that way. They had to take the journey, you know? Like Casey Neistat had to vlog every single day of his life for a number of years before he built up the following that he has now. And some of the videos are cringe, man. You go back and look at some of those older videos, like he was obviously like a really talented person, but some of the videos are better than others. But it was his willingness to be cringy in front of the camera, to be awkward, to kind of be a little bit weird and take that journey. And now nobody thinks he's weird or cringe. Everyone thinks he's awesome, right? If you don't know who I'm talking about, look him up. He's great. But my point is that I've been unwilling to take that journey with myself. You know, I've been shy. I've been timid. I haven't been willing to put out cringy videos. You know, I haven't been willing to be awkward, to do stuff like this, right? Normally, I would be worrying about this. There's no way I would have posted this. Right, I'd be worrying about like the lighting's off, maybe I don't look like the best or whatever. I don't have a perfect script, you know, but that's gonna change, you know, because I realized that, and I don't mean to like disparage any of the videos that I put out. Like I'm genuinely happy with a lot of the work that I've put out. I like the videos that I put out. But it's really kind of dawned on me that I tend to hide behind things like a script or edits even. You know, these things that I genuinely like. I like the process. I like writing and editing and stuff like that and getting really creative with the edits. I really do. But I've never really... I've been trying, going back to what I was saying, I've been trying to skip steps. I've been trying to sort of make the videos that like a seasoned creator would make, you know, instead of humbling myself and putting out some cringy videos. I'll put it like this. I hope I'm kind of articulating this correctly, but like I watched an interview with Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, biggest YouTube creator, right? And he said that he made a good point. He said your first 100 videos, if you're an aspiring creator on YouTube, your first 100 videos, you should have a complete disregard for anything other than posting. Just post. Don't worry about what your channel is going to be about. Don't worry about any sense of direction. Don't worry about building a following. Don't worry about anything. Your first 100 videos should be basically throwing random stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's great advice, man, because what happens is that when you do that, your style, your creative style, like you as an artist, emerges from that, you know? You don't wake up and just, you are the person you want to be, okay? Nobody wakes up and is just the person who they aspire to be, right? You aspire to be that person which means that you're not that person yet. That if you're aspiring to something, that implies that you're not there yet. And that's what's been my problem, is that I've kind of, been waiting to feel motivated about making videos before I make videos, or I'm waiting until like I know enough about editing to edit a video, or I'm waiting until I have enough skills to post, or I'm like always waiting for something. I'm waiting until I'm like, it's the best way I can put it is, it'd be like waiting until you have 6-packs before you go to the gym. Like, how stupid is that? What are you talking about, dude? Like, if you talk to somebody and they were like, yeah, I really want to go to the gym, but like I'm just waiting until I'm buff before I go to the gym. It's like, dude, you go to the gym to become buff. Like, you don't magically like sprout, insane amounts of muscle before you go to the gym. Like, the gym is where you build that, And I haven't been going to the gym, man. I haven't been going to the gym with YouTube and with my creative work. I haven't been putting in the reps. I've just kind of been expecting myself to wake up and be the guy who I want to be, without taking the process and in the journey that is necessary to get there. So as I'm recording this right now, it's June. We just started, it's June 3rd, and we just started a new month. So the beginning of every month is pretty reflective for me. I usually take the beginning of every month to reflect on the previous month, to get my mind clear about certain goals that I want to hit, what I want to accomplish. I spend a lot of time journaling, a lot of time praying during the beginning of months, and it's always kind of an invigorating time, because whatever happened last month is like in the past now, and you get to kind of start fresh. Like, you get another 30-day cycle to start fresh, and really, like, every day is a fresh start. Like, you can start fresh any day, but like 30 days to me has always been like the perfect sort of time period to like really move the needle in your life. Like, if you committed to a goal for 30 days, you might not like be 100% where you want to be, but you would have made substantial progress, right? Like, if you stuck to a healthy workout and diet routine for 30 days, you will see results, So the beginning of a new month is always really exciting for me. And so I just want to, and it's also the beginning of summer, right? It's like June for me is like the unofficial start of summer. I think we all consider it the unofficial start of summer. I think it technically starts on like the 22nd, but nobody cares about that. June is the beginning of summer. And I really just want to take this next month to just course correct with this channel, and just really use this channel to kind of be a turning point in my creative life. So I want to do more videos like this, From now on, I'm going to take a more organic approach to this channel. And, whenever I feel like saying something that I genuinely think is going to bring value to you guys, I'm going to challenge myself to flip on the camera and start recording, and yeah, that doesn't mean that I'm going to do away with like, the other style of videos that I make. But the goal from now on is simply and purely going to be build momentum and forward movement. Like, I don't want to stall out, I'm going to set a goal for myself, and I've had this goal in mind for years, but I've never been able to be consistent like we just talked about. But I want to post once a week. And so much of my hang up has been overthinking the videos, right? Overthinking the script, overthinking the edits, overthinking this, that, whatever. It's always like I got to get everything perfect before I even start the process. And that's not going to be my approach anymore. I am going to put out very imperfect videos, just like this. And like I said, maybe, I'll put out a video like this and then do another like more produced video or something like that. But like I said, the goal is to just press on and take the next steps. I've never really like truly gotten comfortable in front of the camera, I think. And I may have come off as comfortable and like that, I've had people tell me like I seem very natural in front of the camera, but I've never like felt super comfortable in front of the camera. And it's because what we just talked about, I haven't been putting in the reps necessary. So that's what I want to focus on from now on. Not only do I want to get better at humbling myself before this process, being willing to put out a video with imperfect lighting, with imperfect audio, with, a few notes instead of like a whole thought out script, right? I want to challenge myself to do that, to become a better creator, but also to provide more value to you guys, because I think especially nowadays, man, with all like the AI slop going around and just this, all of our feeds are just getting flooded with a bunch of junk nowadays. I'm sure you guys can agree. I've been really craving authenticity, man. Like the creators that I'm looking at are usually like the really authentic, like kind of vulnerable human creators, highly produced stuff is kind of like, I don't know, it kind of weighs on you after a while, I shouldn't say that, but like highly produced, like in terms of like, using AI and like, being too polished, stuff like that. So I think authenticity is going to become even more in demand as we go forward and as the sort of media landscape changes with AI and all that. But that's a topic for another video. The point is, I'm going to take a more organic approach to this channel. I'm going to try to be more authentic and kind of more vulnerable, I guess, and just kind of talk to you guys, kind of like this, and put out more videos like this. So if you guys are, willing to take this journey with me, that's what it's going to be about, man. It's going to be about documenting the process of growth. And I would love if you guys came along. So, and like I said, I think it brings more value when you're willing to talk more, when you're willing to speak your mind more, right? So hopefully these videos bring more value to you guys as I proceed forward. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, see you.